Hi, I'm Evan with TubeTape.com. In this video, we are going to show you tips and tricks to allow you to take full advantage of green screen technology. Whether you're an amateur or a professional, green screen or chroma key can really enhance your production. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to learn some of the basics to achieve professional looking results and avoid some common pitfalls. So let's go ahead and get started. Come on, boys. Behind me, I have a perfect example of a horrible green screen setup. That's the absolute worst case scenario. So what we're going to do is take a little bit of a closer look and see how we can resolve some of these pitfalls. As we take a closer look at this shot, you can see that it really doesn't look all that good. Some of the major problems are the harsh shadows, the hot spots, and the fact that Sarah is partway invisible. In addition to that, the lighting is way too close and Sarah is standing really, really close to the backdrop. Let's see what we can do to resolve some of these problems. All right, so here we are in our professional studio. We've gone ahead and got rid of the ghetto green screen. It was shiny, it had hot spots, it was nasty, it was a total mess. So in its place, we've put a 100% cotton green screen with a fully adjustable support stand. Finally, we added professional lighting, which Sarah's going to go ahead and come on out and we'll talk about the basics of it. All right, so I've gone ahead and brought Sarah back out here, and as you can see, we've made a couple changes. So first off, you'll see Sarah no longer has the glasses on, so you're not going to get any more reflection off of those. Secondly, she's gone ahead and straightened out her hair. It's not frizzy, and there's not going to be any more flyaways. Thirdly, she's changed her clothing, so she's not going to blend in with the background. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to shut off all the studio lights and then turn them on one by one so you can really see how lighting has effect on the shot. Let me show you how a few affordable lights can make a drastic difference in your shot. First, you'll want to note that Sarah is standing about 5 to 7 feet out from the back of the green screen. This allows for proper separation between her and the backdrop, which is really essential for obtaining a high-quality key. You'll always want to independently light the green screen from the talent for the same reason. This is very important. Now I'm going to switch on some lights and explain the proper application and benefit for each of them. Let's start with the backdrop first. The lights I'm using here are two fluorescent softboxes with diffusers. Now, softboxes are the optimal setup for lighting a backdrop because they provide uniform diffused light across the surface of your green screen. A good rule of thumb is to have at least two sources of light facing your backdrop at a 45-degree angle. Let's kill those and move on to the next light source. When lighting your talent, it's an industry standard to use a three-point lighting system. This usually consists of the hair light, the key light, and the fill light. It's generally a safe bet to use softboxes for your three-point lighting system, which we have here. Let me turn on the hair light for you now. This light is great for removing green spill and separating the talent from the green screen. In case you were wondering, green spill is the green glow or outline you see around someone when they aren't properly lit. Next, let's turn on the key light. The key light should be the most direct light. Generally, it's aimed at the talent's face at only a small angle. This will leave a little bit of a shadow, and that's where the fill light comes in. The fill light will eliminate any remaining shadows on your talent's face. So now that we have our three-point lighting system, let's bring it all together and turn on the backdrop lights as well. That's a good-looking shot. So let me talk to you a little bit about a couple of tips you can use with your camera to obtain the best key. You want to use a large aperture to produce a shallow depth of field. Also, by zooming in, this will put Sarah in focus and the background slightly out of focus. Additionally, you just always want to make sure to light balance your camera. So those are some good tips you can use to really get a high quality setup. All right, so as you can see, the screen setup turned out pretty well. So now I'm going to show you some of the materials we use and also some additional things you can use to achieve the same results. So first off, let me show you this screen. And this is very similar to what's hanging out behind me. It's a 100% cotton muslin backdrop. And so these are pretty much an industry standard. And the reason they're so widely used is because they're non-reflective and they provide a really great key. These are generally really affordable. You can find them for usually under $50. So it's a nice option if you're a beginner. In addition to the green, they also come in a blue color as well, which is really nice if your subject or talent is wearing a lot of green. So it's nice just to be able to put this up instead of have your talent change their clothes. All right, so moving on from there, there's also flex backdrop options that we have that work out really well, and those are pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you those now. So let me show you a couple of these screens that I have behind me. The first one is a 5 by 7 foot flex, and this is a really great screen. It's one of my favorites. Let me show you. So as soon as I pop it out, you can see it's nice and taut. There's no wrinkles, and you might have noticed as well that it's reversible. So on one side it's green, the other side it's blue. This works great if your talent's wearing green and you just want to flip the screen around real quick. So it's really great for that reason. So say you need to film something bigger or you need a full body shot. That's where this extra large flex comes in. And this one is 7 by 9 foot with a 7 foot train. And it comes out quite a ways. You can't really see it here in the shot, but it really does come out. So another benefit of this screen is that if it ever happens to get dirty, you can take off the exterior or the sock and throw it in the washer. It's great and it works really well. So now I want to show you something you really don't want to mess with or get into at all. Matt, why don't you help me out here? This screen is bad. It is reflective and it's wrinkly and it's a mess. Let me show you in further detail over here at the light. See that shine like MC Hammer's pants? It's nasty. You don't want to mess with this thing at all. So say a screen really isn't your gig. Well, there's plenty of other options. For example, paint. Let's take a look now. Paint is a really good option if you have a large area to cover. Just like this studio here. 1 gallon covers about 300 square feet. This paint from Tube Tape is specially formulated to give you the best key, and it's about half the cost of the other solutions out there. It's latex based and it cleans up really nice. This paint comes in blue or green, and it can be applied with a sprayer or a roller. It usually only takes 1 coat to get the job done. So if you have a really big area you want to paint, this is going to be the way to go. Now let me show you one of the really unique items we have here at Tube Tape. No, not avatars. This is actually my buddy Phil, and he's in a full body Chromakey suit. These suits are great if you want to do puppeteering, become invisible, or if you want to do some motion tracking. So Phil, why don't you go ahead and turn around real quick. As you can see, this suit has a zipper on the back, so you can take it on and off really nice and easy. It runs along pretty much the whole length of the suit. All right, Phil, go ahead and turn back around. All right, so in addition to blue, we also have these in green, and you can see on the top here on the hood, there is a mesh face, so Phil can breathe through it and he can also see through it, which is important. You don't want him passing out. So in addition to that, we also have each individual component you could need. So we have gloves, hoods, tunics, and pants. So it can really add a cool thing to your production. Hey guys. We hope you learned some good tips about green screens and some of the different materials you can use. In our next video, we want to show you some Chromakey software, from the low-end stuff to the really professional. With green screen, pretty much anything is possible.